Hi there, Sugar Snaps. I have a printing with plants tutorial that I want to share with you, and I'll share the tutorial here in the studio, and then I have my cousin Cosette here to show you the process of doing this with young kids. So we'll do this together and you can see how you could do it with your kids or grandkids or incorporate it in some sort of summer camp. So let's get started. You'll want some sort of paper or cardstock. I'm going to use these as cards or note cards. So I'll put the print on one side so that I can write on the other side. Any kind of leaf or flower, you can go on a nature walk and collect these from local parks or your yard. A foam brayer, some sort of plate. I have a piece of glass to use as my palette, a paintbrush, and acrylic craft paints. I'm also going to use my rubber brayer to press the leaves onto the paper to transfer the paint. So my first step is to create my palette of paint. So I'm going to put a little bit of paint here on my glass plate. And I want to mix these greens to get a sagey mint green. So just put a little bit of that in. And then mix the colors with your paintbrush to combine the two. And I'm using the paintbrush to mix as well as spread the ink or paint over my palette here. And then take your foam brayer and roll it into the paint in one direction and then the other direction, going back and forth, and that really sucked up a lot of the paint. So you might need to add more paint to your palette as you work, depending on how much your brayer sucks it up. And I'll just go with straight this color this time. Okay. And make sure that your whole brayer is covered with paint. And then take a leaf and you can lay it on your palette, roll over it on your palette or on the paper next to you, and roll in one direction. So we're going to roll the paint on, stretching out the leaf to try to get the whole surface coated in paint. And this is going to be a messy process, so I suggest wearing an apron or some sort of clothing protection or clothes that can get painty, and then being able to wash your hands off or wear gloves because your fingers will get painted in the process. So then lift up your leaf and take it to the piece of paper that you're going to print on and put it paint side down. As soon as you set the leaf down, that's where it's going to have to stay because you'll have already transferred ink. So press it down with your fingers so that it lays the way you want it to, and then take your rubber brayer and roll over the leaf with your rubber brayer to transfer all the paint to the paper. And then grab in one end and lift off, and there I have a nice leaf print. And I'll grab a new leaf and apply paint. Rolling my brayer in one direction, that way the paint doesn't rub off when you go the other direction. You can also do this with your fingers. Press down the leaf on your paper with your fingers and then lift it off to transfer the ink. And that way you won't end up with smudges and rolled on added paint from your brayer. You can make a little bit cleaner print. And this is a fun way to create floral medallions where you use the leaves to form some sort of shape. So you can create designs with the different leaves that you have. So I'll just use my fingers here to press this on and then lift this off. When you finish printing, make sure to thoroughly wash off your palette and your brushes and your brayer so that everything is ready and like new when you're ready to do your next project. Thanks for watching and joining us do our plant printing. I hope you get a chance to try it yourself. Like this video to support my channel, and I'll see you next time.